Oh, hi. So today I'm going to be teaching guitar. Now today is the first lesson, so we're going to learn a lot about this instrument. And then as we progress, I'll teach you the strings, some chords, how to change between the chords, and 4-chord songs, because once you know 4 chords, you know how to play songs, which is like super cool. So this is a guitar. This is not very useful information in general, but I just want to make sure everyone knows this is a dreadnought body guitar. So it's a specific type of body guitar with like a much wider bass, and then it gets a little smaller at the top, and it has this little dip right in here. This is the body of the guitar, and then this is where all the sound happens because of the fact that it's hollow inside. And then you have the strings on top of the fretboard. Now this fretboard you're going to get to know really, really well because this is what you use to play all of your notes. So you can play one note at a time just by pressing down on the string right above the fret, but we will get to that. But that is where all of that is, and then these are your tuners up here, all these 6 things. So if you feel like your guitar is out of tune, you just twist it one way or another to tighten it or loosen it, and it brings up the sound or down. So if you tighten the tuner, it makes the sound higher, and if you loosen the tuner, it makes the sound lower. So yeah, I have very mismatched guitar. My guitar is actually blue, but I couldn't help myself, and I got an Iron Man guitar strap because why not? So that's one of the fun things about playing guitar, is that you get to kind of customize your experience a little bit. So also this is an acoustic electric guitar, which means I can plug it into an amp if I want to make it a little bit louder and give it some effects, but I don't usually do that. I play it as an acoustic guitar. So I am sitting in front of my drum set, which we will get to in another lesson, so that's exciting. Yeah, I just wanted to teach you a little bit about how the guitar is made up. So the strings actually get higher in pitch as they go lower, looking down at the fretboard. And that's probably very counterintuitive, but the closer the string is to you, the lower the sound. So you've got E, A, D, G, B, E. So that's the order that the open strings go to. Now an open string is just a string played with no fingers on the fretboard at all. You're not pressing down at all. It is just an open string. So you tune it to, this will be the E, the low E. This will be A. So that's the second string is A. Third string is D. The fourth string is G. The fifth string is B. And then the last string, the bottom string, 6th string, is E. I heard a pretty funny way of remembering that. It's eat all day, get big, easy. Just kind of funny. So that's one of the ways I remember it. There's a lot of different sentences you can make up. If you have a fun sentence that you want to make up on your own, please let me know, because I love learning these. It's like when you learn the staff of music, it's the every good boy does fine, or every good boy deserves fudge. And it's like, why do all the boys get fudge? I want fudge too. So eat all day, get big, fast is the one that I know today. So those are the open string notes. Now, as you press down, you press your finger, here, I'll come a little closer. You press your finger just above the fret. So if you're gonna make a sound, you press it just above the fret. See how it makes the note higher? No press, it's an E, press, it's an F sharp. Now, the frets. These frets are spaced a half step apart. Now, what does that mean? So you have C and D. That's a whole step. Those are notes we understand, C and D. But there's a half step in between there that is C sharp or D flat, depending on how you want to look at it, what key you're in. But let's call it C sharp today. So with each fret being a half step, you can figure out how to play things knowing what note you're on. Now, let's start with the classic Mary Had a Little Lamb. So this would start with, let's work with the 4th string. This is the G. So you have G, A, B. So you have to go a whole step. So you have G, go 2 frets so that you get that whole step, and then 2 more frets to get that whole step, and then back down, and then open. So in order to do Mary Had a Little Lamb, you would have to put your, I use my ring finger at the 4th fret, and then my 1st finger at the 2nd fret, and then open string. I would love to tell you which finger that you should use, but I've learned that people have different size hands, and so you kind of go with what's comfortable when it comes to just playing the notes, figuring out what's comfortable for you. Ideally, I mean, I don't know how anyone could reach with their 2nd finger from 2nd to 4th fret. So I would say pointer finger, ring finger, okay? So we're gonna go 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th. So just practice that really, really quick. 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th. Now, how do we turn that into Mary Had a Little Lamb? You just have to give it, my favorite thing, rhythm. So you'd have, you're still on the 4th string, make sure, because sometimes I like switch strings without realizing it, and I go, wait, that's not the right, that's the wrong string. So make sure that you're on the 4th string. When you first start playing, you might have to look at the guitar more often than you want to. That's just to make sure that you know where your fingers are, where your strumming hand is. So you're just gonna pluck, and I'm gonna do a whole other video on plucking and strumming, and don't worry about that. But today I just wanted to teach you some notes, or how the guitar is made up and how to play it. We're gonna talk about the notes next time, and then some chords and how to use this hand. We're gonna do this in baby steps. So I just wanna teach you how to make the sounds. So 4th fret, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th. You hit it 3 times when you hit the 4th, because then you have that Mary Had a Little Lamb. 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, 4th, 4th. And then you do 2nd, 2nd, 2nd. And then 4th, 4th, 4th. And then do it again. 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, 4th, 4th. 2nd, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, open. So I'm gonna have all that written right here. Let's do it again. So you've got 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, 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 3 seconds, 3 fourths, 4th, 2nd, open, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, 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 4th, 2nd, open. All right, so that's how you make the notes, and you can practice that all day if you want. And you can basically do it on any string, like I said. You just pick a string, and then that'll be a good pattern to just practice. Why am I not giving you all the notes? That's a lot of information. I just want you to practice making the sound. Get as close as you can to that fret. A little closer. Get as close as you can to that fret so that you're making the sound and it's nice and clear. Because if you go too far in between the fret, then you're not quite at that whole step just yet. And you don't want to be on the fret, because that just makes this like not very resonating sound. See, much better. If I'm on the fret, it has this like softer sound, much more open when you're just behind the fret. So you're here, you have open, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, open. Open, 2nd, 4th, 2nd, open. And that's where you want your fingers to be. So just practice working on that. I know Mary Had a Little Lamb's kind of a rudimentary song, But practice working on just making the sounds. And all I'm doing with this hand is just plucking with my thumb. That's it. It doesn't have to be anything fancy yet. We're gonna get there. So anyway, that is your introduction to how to make noise with the guitar, and we will get further and further as we go. And I hope you enjoyed this today. So I guess I have to create a catchphrase, which will be, thank you for making music with me today.